Some people have zero self-awareness and make it painfully obvious for everyone to see. Take this woman, for example, who makes a rather ironic claim about conservatives.
There is almost a cultish vibe, I feel.
As always, stick around to the end for the recap, this week's woke news, and much, much more.
What is something weird about conservatives?
There is almost a cultish vibe, I feel. The way they operate within themselves, they refuse to listen to outside people, you know, they're refusing to learn, essentially. I think that is a large part of it.
Now, this is almost too much irony for one sitting. Calling others cultish while rocking green hair, face piercings and face paint makes absolutely no sense. Another thing which makes equally no sense is this take on asking people's pronouns.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but don't ask people for their pronouns if when they share theirs and then they ask you yours, you get offended because you think they should have assumed. That's not allyship. That is you clocking someone and then thinking with your cisgender privilege that they shouldn't have asked you because you're real.
Oh, you're so sensitive.
Now, it seems there will always be something new to critique when it comes to social etiquette around someone's pronouns. And we're about to see just how eager schools are as well in teaching pronouns and woke ideology.
Children as young as 5 will be asked if they identify as she, he or they as part of a new program being rolled out across public libraries in Victoria. Library staff are being told to ask what their preferred pronouns are for children, avoid gendered language and offer pronoun badges, pins or lanyards for any visitors. As part of the Rainbow Toolkit, Victorian libraries will also add books on gender diversity and promote drag queen storytime events.
Now, pronoun badges and pins may sound cringy, but that's nothing compared to our next clip. See if you can even sit through whatever this is.
Did you pick out your non-binary name yet? I have some ideas. Oh, let me hear it. I was thinking maybe sage or leaf. Nature vibes. Peaceful, grounding. Or dude or Leo. Your favorite Beatles song or your rising sign? Slay. Or Harris, because, you know, the future Madam President, you'd be in good company. Brittany Jessica Jameson, is Brittany here? I don't go by that anymore. What do you prefer? Do it. Harris. It's Harris. All right, Harris.
Oh, we're gonna lose the next war.
Now, it's probably not the best sign that this live-action South Park character can vote, and she should probably do everyone a favour and delete her account. The same can be said to the folks in our next two clips. Take a look at how our people's understanding of feminine care seems to be changing.
I know people get triggered when I say this, and I know we're in Idaho, which is a conservative state, but this sign is incorrect because feminine is an incorrect term. It's about gender expression, not even about biology or parts. This should say menstrual care. Where's August? August isn't in Fred Meyer yet. We're only in Target.
Why? Shut up.
Shut the fuck up. I'm trying. We're still a small business.
The most natural way for a woman to bleed is freely. No tampons, no pads, no cups. Just free flow, planting her blood straight into the earth. Menstrual blood holds the seed of life, and it is the strongest, violence-free blood offering we can make.
What?
Now, I'm not sure how someone who actually has a job would be able to sit in a river for 4 or 5 days, but more importantly, I'm hoping there's no bloodborne illnesses that have contaminated that water. And as for our first clip, anyone who hasn't failed elementary biology would know that sign is correct. Next up, here's an example of why children need proper parental figures or role models in their life.
Are you excited to see Grandpa? Yeah. Yeah?
Now let me know what you think in the comments, but it's sad to me that a child can be treated like almost a Barbie doll and given absolutely no space to grow up as themselves. Even Hollywood movies have been turned into virtue-signalling train wrecks that only care about pandering to their audience.
That Agatha is the gayest project Marvel has ever done. Agree?
I would agree with that, yeah.
Why is it?
You'll see. You'll see when you watch it. But, you know, I think witches are queer inherently just because we are outcast and, like, set aside for many reasons. And I think this show shows a really good representation of different types of people and that we can all use the power we have within to, like, go forth and be great.
Now, I, for one, can't wait to not watch this movie. And any Disney executive who thinks going woke is a recipe for box office success needs to get their head checked, much like this woman in our next clip, who almost certainly needs to get her head checked.
Who's crazy?
It never fails to amaze me the things people will do for attention, but just remember, these are the folks that call conservatives weird. And staying on the subject of weird, see if you've ever seen anything like this next clip.
I'm going to ask the white Americans in the room to please repeat after me. On behalf of myself and on behalf of my country, to you and all African Americans, from the beginning of our nation's history, in honor of your ancestors and on behalf of your children, please hear this from my heart. I apologize. Please forgive us. With this prayer, I acknowledge the depth of the evils that have been perpetrated against Black people in America. From slavery to lynchings to white supremacist laws to the denial of voting rights, to all the ways, both large and small, all of them evil, all of them wrong, for all the oppression and all of the injustices. I apologize. Please forgive us.
Now, it's always interesting to hear liberals call conservatives weird and cultish, but wokeness has brought out a lot of insanity in people. From eating dog food, to bleeding into rivers, to plainly making fools of themselves for attention. The worst part is most cultures will not only cancel you for speaking against it, but in some cases even have you arrested. A few weeks ago, police showed up to a teacher's house in Ireland, looking to arrest him for not endorsing trans ideology at his school. And the worst part was, he was only fired for not addressing a transgender student with they-them pronouns. Take a look.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Good. My name's Garda Maura Hopkins. Is Enoch here by any chance?
You're Garda?
Maura Hopkins.
Enoch went to school this morning.
Okay. Is he home?
He's not home yet. What's your name? Pierce McManus. And this chap here, what's your name?
Conor Guckin.
I think it's an absolute disgrace that you've come here to arrest my son because he won't endorse transgenderism. That's why you're here. And it's absolutely shameful on the floor.
Sorry, what's your first name? Sorry.
My name is Sean Burke. I'm Enoch's father. Yes.
Okay.
And I could say that again.
Okay. Well,
but it's disgraceful. Well, you obviously don't, or you wouldn't be here.
What time is Enoch due home?
I have said all I've said to you, and that's all I'm going to say about my son.
Okay. So he's not here at the moment.
And it's a disgrace that you're here.
So he's not here at the moment.
Because he won't endorse transgenderism. You know why you've come to arrest my son for one reason.
That's not the issue, Sean. We're asking you simple questions here. Or
I've just told you that I've said what I've said.
So he's not home yet. Okay.
I told you what I said. That my son went to school this morning. To his job, where he should be.
That's fair enough, yeah. No,
and it's shameful. And it's a sad state our country has come when 4 Gardaí will come to my house. It's shocking. To arrest my son, who has an unblemished record in every aspect of society, and to think that you've come, well, it's shame on. It's a shameful job.
Well, we'll
it's shameful.
Why are you here?
It's absolutely
we'll
shameful.
Speak with him.
What?
It's
Ask them why
shameful.
they're here then.
Why you're here then?
Why are you on our
looking to
property
speak to
today?
Enoch, okay?
Yeah.
He's not here. Okay, so we'll go again. Right, when he's back, we'll be out again.
Why are
okay?
why are
it's a
why are you
shame that
looking?
you've come, and we don't want you to come back. No problem.
I've
Yeah.
provided your
Why
father.
yes.
are they looking to speak to you?
So why are you looking to speak?
We'll discuss that with Enoch, Sean.
Shame upon you. And Ballinrobe and
Thanks for your
Castlebar
time.
overran with drugs and crime.
Absolute disgrace. 4
Disgraceful.
Gardaí coming to my house
Thanks, Ron.
to arrest my son because he won't accept transgender ideology. It's a
Disgraceful.
shame. And a sad place our land has come.
What has just happened here now?
What has happened now here is that the Garda Síochána have sent 4 Gardaí, one Gardaí and 3 male Gardaí out to my house to arrest my son because he will not endorse transgenderism. On this day, the sun shining here in front of my house, it's a disgrace for our nation that this could happen. It's an absolute disgrace because he will not call a man a woman. He will not endorse transgender ideology, which has destroyed our nation, which is corrupting and ruining our nation and our young people. And it's just awful to see this, that our land and our nation will come to this place in this August, lovely August day.
Now, the teacher's name was Enoch Burke, and sadly he got suspended from the school and later fired, which pretty much sums up the situation that most Western countries are facing. But let me know your thoughts in the comments, and whether you see anything similar in your region of the world. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next episode.